Hey guys, it's me, Dominique. So today's video is going to be a recap of episode 1 of SWV Reunited on WeTV. First, I want to say that those shows that come on 10 o'clock that I'll be reviewing, I will not be reviewing them until the next day because I'm not about that watching a 10 o'clock show on a weeknight and reviewing right after life because it's in the middle of the week and I need sleep. I get up at like 5:45 every morning. Yeah, I'm not about that watching it and then reviewing it right after life. So just want to put that out there. Any show that I review that comes on at 10 o'clock at night, especially in the middle of the week, it will be recapped the next day. Anywho, I wanted to come in and do a recap of episode 1. Although I did not watch it when it aired, I did catch it online, and I watched episode 1 to let myself know if I really wanted to review the show, see if I was really into it enough to review it, and surprisingly, it was a pretty good show. So this review is going to be a review of episode 1. Episode 1 starts with the girls, I guess, reintroducing us to them and stuff like that, and where are they now type thing. So episode 1 is Lily, Taj, and Coco introducing themselves to us. So I know I'm not the only one who was surprised that Taj was the more successful one, financially successful one out of the group, I guess, because I wouldn't say financially successful, I would say, I guess, the financially stable one out of the group, because she's the one married to a football player and they seem to be living a pretty good life. So I would not have expected her to be the one at that stage. I would have expected it to be Coco, because Coco was the more famous one of the group. She was the lead singer. So it's like you kind of expect the lead singer to be the more successful one, because, you know, because that's the way it goes sometimes. And in the beginning, Taj also let it be known that out of all the girls, she's the one that needs SWV the least as far as from a financial standpoint, but she loves singing and this is what she wants to do. Lily is the one that lets it be known that she kind of does need the money, because I noticed too, out of all of them, Lily is the only one that does not film from her home. I don't know if it's because her kids live with her. I don't know if it's because, you know, she's not at the home where she's ready to be filmed yet. But you can kind of tell Lily is the one that kind of needs the money. She kind of needs the success of SWV to go a little bit further out of all three. And she's also the one that's not married and also the hot in the ass one. It's like Lily is so hot in the ass to the point it kind of looks like desperation, because it's like anything that moves and that breathes and that has penis, and then it's too much. Like, it's like, Lily, calm down. It's like she's too much. Now Coco kind of seems to needs the money too, but then again she kind of doesn't, because she kind of looks well off, but she doesn't look as well off as you would think she would be for her to be such a star and whatnot. But she kind of looks like she needs the money, but then she kind of looks like she doesn't. But then, I mean, who knows? Also, it's like it kind of throws you off on how Coco is to Coco's relationship with the other two versus the other two with each other. Like, they all are grouped together. They all kind of view each other as sisters, especially since the fact that they were in a group together and they were touring together and it was all together for so long. But it's like, even after all these years, you decide to get back together, and there's a fly in this room. Okay, yeah, I hate fly. It's like y'all decide to get back together, but for Coco, it's not like this sisterhood or I miss my sister type thing. It's like, okay, I'm about this business. Even though it is a business, it just seems like with Coco, she doesn't view her relationship with the girls as the girls view their relationship with her. Because for her not to tell them about the whole breast cancer thing, but for her to tell around and tell Corey, it's like she trusts Corey more than she trusts these girls. But then, like, you kind of say that's your sisters. And then it kind of makes you think about the whole breakup. Like, who was really at fault because of the fact that Coco distances herself so much. It's like she tries to separate herself from the other two. It's like she tries to say, yeah, we're a group, but, you know, at the end of the day, I don't really need you. which it doesn't seem like that way because it doesn't seem like Coco was all that successful. Well, she even said herself she didn't have the success of SWV solo. But it kind of is like the way she kind of draws away from them. It kind of makes you feel that way. Am I the only one that was asking why was Lily laying down getting her makeup done, asking is her lips popping? You supposed to be getting ready for the show. Why are you laying down? And your makeup is supposed to be getting done. I understand that part. This part is they're in London and they're at the concert. Well, we already established that they're in London and they're at the concert. So they're backstage getting ready to go on stage. And Tyson runs up on it. And I'm like, damn, how old is Tyson? I mean, I know Tyson is older. You know, just looking at him. Because he does look kind of young still. And then he still looks good for his age. But and then you see him running. I'm like, damn, Tyson was a really big SWV fan. Because he's running up on them. But then they was like, oh, you know, we gave him his first job. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Why he's like, oh, so happy to see SWV and this and that. Even though Tyson isn't that much relevant either, I was kind of shocked to see him run up on him. But then I was like, oh, okay, they gave him his first job. So yeah, it's kind of like a respect thing. And like, oh, I miss that type of thing. Another thing is, when they were in London, I was like, you know, I was looking at people coming up to them and taking pictures and stuff like that. And I was like, do people, because it's like, basically what I'm saying is that this is a new generation. And then it kind of makes you wonder if people really know who SWV is. Because I'm 28. So I'm not going to say like SWV is my generation per se. But honestly, the only person I ever remember standing out and I remember looking, like if I was to see Coco in public, I would know, okay, she's famous. The other two I would have never known, oh, those were the other two part of SWV, because it wasn't like I was a diehard SWV fan to the point where I would be able to spot them out in public besides Coco. So I don't know. So I guess I was thinking along those lines when I was like looking at the people and the people were yelling and singing the song, because we all know Weak, like, I'm not gonna even try to sing it, but we all know the words to Weak and we can sing. But those other songs, it made you wonder, like, these people know these other songs too. Like, it was really SWV fans. I mean, it's not no shade, but everybody knows that one song from SWV. And it's kind of like my husband said, they can't really move past that song because everybody remembers SWV for that one song. Regardless of how other, I mean, hopefully with the new music coming out, they'll make another classic, but everybody remembers them for that one song. So I think the scene ends with, no, it doesn't. I mean, the episode doesn't end with Corey telling them. But then, okay, the next scene is Corey telling them about the breast cancer scare. He's like, oh, I thought you already knew, and the fact that he should have asked Coco. No. Now that I think about it, I'm trying to recap in my mind. Like, did Coco tell him she didn't tell the other girls? Because I think Coco did tell him she wasn't going to tell the other girls. Either way, he should have spoken to Coco before he told those girls, oh, we have to do this, we have to do that, because Coco is about to find out if she has breast cancer. Like, it shouldn't have been Coco, and I agree with the other girls, it shouldn't have been Coco to tell, it shouldn't have been Corey to tell them, it should have been Coco to tell them, because that's Coco's news and she's in a group with them. So that was strike one for Corey right there from when I was like, he got to go. Corey has got to go. And then I disagree with Coco in this episode about the whole manager thing, because that's your friend, but if it's a group thing and the group don't feel comfortable with his efforts, then I think that should take in consideration. But yeah, that was my little small recap of episode 1 of SWV Reunited. Until next video, I'm out.